Alright, in this video I'm going to tackle the last trunk piece, and this one's going to be a doozy, lots of work. Probably going to be a really long video just with all the fabrication, the cutting, the measuring, making templates, etc, etc. But for this last trunk piece, because of the shape of the fuel tank and there's a little bit of space that could be taken advantage of, I'm going to drop in a drop trunk feature for the trunk. So I'm going to completely fabricate it myself, try my best to document that process and what it's going to take for me to do this. So I'm going to be bending some aluminum, cutting some aluminum, probably making some paper templates to check fit and stuff like that, and we'll see how it turns out. So we'll take you over there and kind of show you, give you a quick overview of what's going to happen and document this process.
What do you think you're doing? You think this car is going to build itself?
I'm monologuing.
You're what?
Monologuing. Speech delivered by one person, typically long, one-sided conversation that makes you want to pull your hair out with boredom.
Okay, I get it. I often monologue myself, which often results in my plans being thwarted because I don't know when to shut up. I'll admit, you've made some fairly good progress, but you need to hurry up because it's hotter than Hades down here in Arizona. But since I'm here, go ahead and catch me up, show me around, give me the 411, the dime tour.
All right, I'll give you a quick tour, I guess. So, I mean, well, here it is. We've got the main chassis for the car. We've got our front brakes, the power steering rack tied in, steering shaft, some of the plumbing lines here, pedals, rear brakes, diff, gas tank, a lot of the aluminum's in, wire harness is kind of roughed in. I mean, still got a ton of work to do, still got a long ways to go.
The Cobra, magnificent creature, nature's grim reaper and symbol of lethal purpose. Unseen until it strikes, its venom can kill a full-grown elephant with one single bite.
Well, it's not really a Cobra. FFR prefers to call it by the term Roadster, probably due to some type of legal aspect to that, kind of like how there was a lot of lawsuits in the past when people would make GT500s or GT350s and call them Eleanor. But anyways, and I don't know about unseen. This thing's surely going to stick out. You're gonna see it. I know when I see one, I definitely take notice and pay attention, and probably won't be sneaking up on anything with this thing. I mean, if this thing is running and going down the highway, you're gonna hear it coming. I'm anticipating it to be pretty loud and obnoxious. And I don't know about elephants, but probably some Porsches, maybe some Mustangs, some Corvettes, some others. We'll see.
Ah, the beauty of American technology and muscle. I'll let you get back to it. Continue your monologue, but I'll check back on your progress. I shall be waiting to reward your genius or to have you beheaded for terminal stupidity.
Crashing through the sky comes a fearful.
Okay, so we come to you today, this week's episode. We're working on the lower trunk panel. Let's change the lights so there's not so much backlight. Had a fun day on the lake yesterday doing some testing with the boat. Everything's running good there, so now we're going to get back to the grind on this for a little bit, at least for today. But what I'm wanting to do is install a drop trunk. So we're going to fit up the lower panel first, and then probably take some measurements, some sketches, maybe make some templates with some poster board and stuff, and then fab up a panel. So let's show you what we got going on so far here. This is the panel that I'm talking about, loosely fitted in. It's not pushed in all the way. So in one of the earlier episodes I did decliner mod. Took those off. Have to remove the bolt and strap for the one gas tank on this side because it kind of comes up through here. Drew up a quick little sketch to try to help me visualize the pieces that I need to fabricate and for this drop trunk. So I need to take some measurements. So that's what we're going to do now. So let me swing the camera around so you guys can see what I'm kind of talking about here as far as the sketch goes. Alright, so here's my sketch of the drop trunk. It's going to be going in this area here. And that's the sketch. So I'm going to basically fab 1, 2, these two panels will essentially be the same. 3, 4, these panels be the same, and then a bottom. And you can see by all the dots, a buttload of rivets. So I need to measure the depth from here to how far down I want to bring it. So I'll pull this panel back off now that I see that it fits good. And that way I'll know this dimension here as far as the depth. And then kind of lay out a little bit, maybe with some tape or something to help me visualize where the trunk is going to go. So let's get to it. Alright, so that's the main sketch there. And then here, so on the sides it'll be about 13.5 inches, looking at about a 5-inch depth. And then the long side going to be about 2 feet, 24 inches. Plus a little extra for the fold over tab lip on the top and bottom. So I need to determine that size to cut overall length so that I can compensate for the bends. And same with the tabs on the side. And then basically the bottom plate is going to be 13.5 inches by 24.5 inches. Big rectangle piece, and then cut that big piece there. So. Okay, so we got the first big cut out of the way. Let's show you guys what we got going on here. So that's about the size of it. So it should fit in there pretty nice. Give me a little extra trunk space. And kind of a blessing is the piece that I cut out of the bottom, or out of here, should work as the bottom. So I shouldn't have to fab one up special. So we're ready to start fabbing up the sides and making those cuts. all sealed up. Get this panel in. I had to make these a little big, so I'll make like a patch for those two spots there. Squeeze in. Drop trunk.